Well, drought in the northern plains continues to spread, and that's raising concerns in Washington, D.C. RFD-TV's D.C. Bureau Chief Sarah Mock joins us from our studios in the USDA building. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Janet. Well, we actually had the opportunity to catch up with North Dakota Senator Heidi Heitkamp just yesterday afternoon. It's been a very busy day for the Senate back. They've just got back on Monday, and Senator Heitkamp has already been working on a number of pieces of legislation. She earlier this week proposed a solution to what's known as the subsidy cliff for Americans in the Affordable Care Act. She's been working with Senate Republicans in the White House on a solution for cleaner coal, and of course, she's been working with the USDA and others on a solution to this drought that is dominating the news in her state. So she's fresh from a week in her district last week, and of course, she was able to spend a fair bit of time with those drought-stricken farmers.
I had a wonderful experience just sitting down with 100+ ranchers and ranch families in Bowman, listening to their ideas on how even beyond CRP and haying we could actually provide assistance. And so they were so generous with their time in a really difficult time for them. We took back a lot of these great ideas, and we're trying to work through those ideas to try and be even more responsive than what we've been to the drought. But at the end of the day, any rancher, any farmer, anyone who knows anything knows that rain is the solution to this problem, but we've got to help maintain people on the farm and on the land during these very difficult times.
Heitkamp is there referring to the pressure she and other Northern Plains senators have put on the Secretary of Agriculture and others at the USDA to open Conservation Reserve Program acres to both emergency haying and grazing, demands which have largely been met. Senators also scored a win yesterday when the USDA announced they would allow insurers to waive the 30-day ownership requirement for the Livestock Risk Protection Program. This will, as Heitkamp says, provide a safety net by not penalizing farmers who have been forced to sell livestock earlier and at lower prices than usual as a result of the drought. We also talked with the senator about some work she's doing on behalf of farmers beyond the USDA, reminding farmers and the IRS about a unique piece of tax policy that could help producers get through this drought.
One of the concerns that they heard is not only are we going to be stressed here selling herds, but we'll have capital gains. We'll have a tax liability as a result of doing what we need to do to basically protect ourselves into the future. Kent and Byron were able to secure basically what it is it's a period of time within the IRS where if you replenish your herd, that capital gains won't be realized, and you'll be able to kind of move forward. And so we wanted to remind folks that that was there, give them the resources that they need to take to their tax preparer so that if they plan on reestablishing their herd, they can avoid the tax liability.
These are really positive moves that are being made here on the Senate and throughout Capitol Hill and at the USDA. And, I think we can expect a lot more from the Senate this summer. Mitch McConnell just announced last night that the Senate will be giving up the first 2 weeks of the August recess, which is usually the full month of August, to stay in town, do more work, accomplish more of their goals on that Republican agenda before they head home and get into the fall. So I think we can expect a lot more out of Senator Heitkamp and the whole Senate this summer. Janet?
Well, Sarah, thank you very much. I know it was a good conversation that you had with Senator Heitkamp. Again, that's Sarah Mock, our D.C. Bureau Chief, joining us from our studio in USDA. And of course, we're going to have more on the drought throughout the day, including a conversation with North Dakota Farm Bureau President Darrell Lies at noon Central Time.